A few bounce passes away from the Boston Garden, there's a building.
A building so small you could hide it behind a basketball. What is the deal with that tiny little building?
We can tell you the itty-bitty brick building is at 42 Lamasny Way, the heart of the West End. It's got 6 apartments inside. We rang the buzzers and got nothing. The owner's son told us his dad was out of the country. Not a lot of answers. But the history of the humble home is easier.
When you step outside the museum and you look over at that building, what do you think?
I think of a bygone era, of a neighborhood that once was and is no more. This is Silver's Bakery.
Bruce Guarino grew up in the West End. He's now a tour guide at the West End Museum.
You can see from those pictures there what the neighborhood once was like.
We also found this old picture of that little building before the old neighborhood was demolished in the late 1950s. It was part of a big plan to revitalize the West End with some of those high-rise apartments you see now.
So the Boston Redevelopment Authority says, we want this building. The owner says,
no, and the residents say, no, we're not moving out.
And after years and years of battling, the city just gave up, built around it. But how did the owner have such clout?
We talked to a couple of other former West Enders who told us they think the original owner had connections. Wink, wink, connections. A couple of people told us that perhaps there were mob ties to that building and that's how they got to keep it. Any word on that?
No, I have no word on that. I really don't.
Or maybe he's too afraid to say. Of course, it could just be a tall tale for a not-so-tall building. I'm David Wade, WBZ News.